Good morning and welcome to another wonderful, amazing edition of the Trill League Fantasy Football Show. Of course, I am your host, Bun B, the Trill OG, to my side. On screen, but not literally. Of course, our amazing commissioner, Warwick, aka Dubb J. How you doing today, Dubb J?
Man, I'm feeling bad right now. I'm in 12th place, man. We done switched places, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing how things change so quickly. So quickly. We now exist in the same boat as far as the record.
Facts.
Right? We're both 1-7, but I have to believe that you're somewhere on some island, that last place island, you know what I'm saying? And I know how rough it is because it took me 7 weeks to escape that island.
Facts.
So I really, really hope that it doesn't take you as long to escape that island. It's miserable, it's lonely. There's no food because if you would have ate good, you would have had a better score this weekend. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm preaching to the choir like that. I've literally been there and done that. And I know It feels bad. So I wish you the best of luck. Now on this island, it's a little different on this island. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna find you some food now.
Yeah, we eating on this side now. We eat
you know
this
what
week.
I'm saying? See how boys feel when they get their first win. Boys eating good. I told you it's a whole different conversation, man. One win.
I got my Campbell on because I'm in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating good. Shoot.
Yeah. I see the view behind you. Must be nice. Boys taking vacation now.
I'm enjoying this thing. I can't lie. I'm enjoying this thing, man.
Oh wow! Nice.
I'm enjoying this thing, man. It's amazing.
When I got my one win, I just kind of kept it mellow. You know what I mean? But boys get theirs. They eating good views, traveling.
This ain't just for me. There are a lot of people that watch me suffer week after week, going down a very dark hole. They see me going from okay, I don't know, man, wow, oh my God, not again. Like I'm going the whole gamut of emotions dealing with this league. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've earned the right to celebrate. Shout out to Don Key, who was very happy, congratulated me, ready to see me celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So this was for you, Don Key. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to drink on camera because we don't want to promote that. But I just want to set the scenario and let you know that we're feeling good on this side. You know what I'm saying? We are proud to be out of the loop. And I didn't beat a chump team. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I did not beat a chump team. You know what I'm saying? Go time, Gary. Salute to you. You've been going hard all season. You know what I'm saying? But somebody had to get this work.
Right.
At some point. Yeah. At some point, somebody had to get this work.
Well, I was telling you before, the actual positioning don't reflect, how the outcome gonna be. He was second place, you know what I mean? And lost. You took that.
He may still be in second place. If I look at these records.
But the fact
first, there's a tie for first, and then he's tied for second with Don Key.
Right. But just the fact somebody in 12th place beat someone in second place, you know what I mean? Like it's still facts. You should, and congrats to you, you know what I mean? That first win, it feels good, man. I've been trying to tell you, even though it's one is better than zero. You know what I mean? It's a different feeling. You know what I mean?
I will take it, bro. I will take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to lie. I cannot lie, Warwick, man. Being 0-7 was one of the worst situations I've ever seen myself in as a professional adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really can't explain how bad it was being alone, 0-7. Like, I couldn't even find company for my misery because I called everybody I knew that played fantasy football. I talked to all the commissioners, everybody that's been a part of these type of situations, and nobody had seen anyone as bad off as me. So now I got my first win. I feel like I got my momentum, you know what I'm saying? I got my energy under me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like now I'm moving, like my feet are moving forward because I've been running in place, bro. Let's be honest. Right. I've been running in place for 7 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So I finally got out of the mud and I'm starting to make some moves. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be out of the mud, but I'm going to take this first win, and that's why I'm eating steak. You know what I'm saying? And drinking big and eating big because I want to celebrate because I don't know how long I'm gonna have it. So I got 6 days to enjoy this win. and we'll see where we go from there, commish.
Facts. Yeah, enjoy it, man. It's a good feeling. You know what I mean? I can't wait. I've been damn near 0-6 since my win. So yeah, I kind of feel your pain that you went through, you know, and it ain't a good feeling, you know, being at the bottom. But I see you finally worked that waiver wire.
Yeah, I went in a couple of different directions and it worked out for me to a certain extent, right? But to be fair, the usual suspects finally showed up. Let's talk about this matchup. Drake May, as usual, showed up, did his work, 32 points. I pulled Mooney up because Mooney was finally, eligible for some play. I was lacking for a wide receiver, so I said, let's put Mooney up. I didn't get much out of him. I put McLaurin in, didn't get much out of him, man. He got hurt during the game, so he's already back on the bench. And remember, we talked about I dropped him in my big league. You know what I'm saying? And people thought I was crazy. The person that picked him up, he in first place. He just got him on the bench for bye weeks. You know what I'm saying? He's killing it. But I put him in, and he was actually, for me, I had Terry McLaurin in a couple of leagues. I've had to drop him in one league, but I kept him on the bench for most leagues. It's particularly in this league. And I put him in, and he made a difference. But my goodness, man, my two backs finally, Saquon Barkley, thank you. Thank you for finally waking up. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles, right? The Eagles are starting to turn this thing around. Obviously, with A.J. Brown out, that's going to be a problem. And we got to watch to see if he even lasts past the trade for this team, to be fair. Because Devontae doing his job. But shout out to Saquon, gave me damn near 40 points, like 0.6 short of 40 points this week. James Cook, RB1 this week, dominated in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was hoping you would have been like, I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Get that 2 for 1. Because I got Cook in my other league.
Now, again, everybody else, single digits, except for my defense. You know what I'm saying? I picked up Buffalo. I saw that was going to be a good matchup. I got 17 points out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a good pickup.
This Johnson situation in New York has not been working. He had a good work. I picked him up, and I haven't really got anything out of him. Slayton is another one that I put in the mix that's back off injuries. And these guys, it's their first week back. They got to get work back into the system. For some of them, you're like a Terry McLaurin, kind of overdid it. Got himself hurt again. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, go time Gary, Baker Mayfield did him dirty this week. Only gave him 2 points. Jamar Chase, he's not really getting the act. Well, to be fair, Flacco got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So they got to figure that type of thing out. Devontae Smith, one of the few things working on the Eagles. Scatterboo, man, I try to avoid watching injuries. I happened to see that one, and that boy foot damn near did a 180, man. That was not cool. And just an amazing, talent this season. Everybody's enjoyed watching him. So he got capped at 10 points, and he's done for the season. Kamara been playing, worse and worse. I picked up Neal off of wires because I feel like at some point they're going to switch. They're going to give him that hot hand, just like what's happening in Carolina. They're going to end up just being like, look, we got to give it to him because he got the hot hand. Hawkinson was hot for a minute. McMillan's been consistent. You know what I'm saying? McMillan's been consistent with his output. But that being said, Go Times people just couldn't bring it together this week, and I took advantage of that. Not only did I win this game, I actually have the highest score in the league. So
which is crazy.
That feels good. Like I executed today, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Go Time Gary. He's a great competitor. Still tied for second. Still going to be around for a while. So shout out to him. Let's go to this Killer Bees and the GOAT. The GOAT. Back with that upward trajectory. He had that 1 L and he got right back to his business. 140-98 against Killer Bees.
Yeah, that boy Jonathan Taylor went off for him once again.
I mean, he's got the two-piece, right? He's got that Caffrey and Taylor. Caffrey is iffy, right? Caffrey's either going to give you extraordinary numbers or he's going to give you light numbers. Jonathan Taylor been RB1 all season long. I mean, every week, the maximum output from the position. You know what I'm saying? 43 points. That's bananas, bro. Metcalf, 16.5. I keep waiting for Metcalf to catch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Metcalf is an amazing talent, you know what I'm saying, as far as an athlete, but he got to have the right back to throw to him. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes these matchups, no matter how big he is, these matchups don't work all the time. A lot of people think, you know, the bigger the receiver, the bigger the tight end, the easier the matchups are. No, that's not true. If you got a strong defense, that size don't matter. They can complicate the play. You know what I'm saying? They can throw you off your run. They can put a lot of work in. Did he even? He started Ferguson. I can't see who Chase B started in the flex. I don't know. Did he start somebody?
Nobody.
Okay, well, look, Chase B, no disrespect. I know you out there in South Africa and all these amazing countries that y'all on tour with, but don't get caught slipping like this. Don't get caught slipping like this. Because this is, you know, this league, I always say it, I always go back to it. This league is not about money. This league is about pride. That's why it hurts so bad.
Right.
Because I have leagues where I've spent more money to play fantasy football in than this one, but this is the one that hurts. I'm playing with my contemporaries. I'm playing with people I chose to compete with and failed miserably for 7 weeks. Failed miserably every week. But shout out to the GOAT. GOAT's got another one. Tied for first place. We will see where this goes. Blipmaster Andre versus the commish, Dubb J. Commish, where did it go bad for you? Was it the Ibuka? Because your quarterback showed up. Bo Nix had the best matchup of the week, right? Bo Nix showed up, threw the ball all over the place. Troy Franklin had, 2 touchdowns? Or was it 3?
Nix?
Yeah, I'm saying he threw did he throw 2 or 3 to Franklin?
Oh, yeah. He threw 2 to Franklin.
Crazy.
If he ran into, and then he threw another one to somebody, to RJ Harvey. He threw one into him. 5 TDs. So finally got the quarterback situation put together. But like how you said before, them Thursday night games suck when your player don't perform. I mean, Quentin Johnston, dude, he didn't get no targets, no catches. And
it was the donut herd around the league. Started in what 90-something% of all leagues rostered, right? Started at just as high a number. And he gave donuts across America this week.
Facts. And I literally could have won this by switching up the lineup and picking up the guy that you spoke on that you wanted, Gaston. Yeah. He had 20 points on my bench and I literally lost by 15 points. You know, so it sucks, you know, it's still some adjustments I got to make, figure this out. I feel I went to the waiver wire. I started doing I started seeing everybody else doing, just kind of getting rid of half of my squad and just picking up a whole new squad. Just try it out. Hey, at the end of the day, me trying to hold on to other players that's hurt and giving them more time instead of losing, that just ain't working out for me. So I'm making some adjustments. Hopefully it'll work out this week. I got a tough matchup facing, Double Dose. So we gonna see.
Is Double Dose in the building today? Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he in the building. I spoke on his name. Boy, I looked up and smiled. So yeah, you already know how you feeling this week.
We'll get to him in a minute. Andre put up a decent game this week. You know what I'm saying? He got 20 from Mac Jones, decent numbers. I think the changing factor for him was Derrick Henry came alive again. He started Goddard. Goddard had those 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Warren, I feel like this is an anomaly because of the Packers defense with Warren. I feel like Warren is a safe start every week. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And the crazy part, I was watching his team all the way till 12 o'clock. He didn't have no quarterback because Jennings is out. Right. So Jared Goff was on the bye week. So he had that spot empty. 5 minutes before 12 o'clock, he ended up picking up Mac Jones. I was like, damn. Hopefully I would have caught him slipping or he would have did, a Chase B move or whatnot. But he put that boy in and took him over the top.
Not only did he fill the slot, he filled it with the perfect performer for this week. Just enough points to put him over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But we're going to turn this around. Like you tell me, commish, we're going to turn this around.
Yeah. I still got hope.
Shout out to Team Double Dose. He went up against Lightfoot Jerry. When I say Lightfoot Jerry gave him everything he had, he gave him everything he had because half of his lineup is questionable for next week. But he put in the players and they put up just enough points to take the W over Team Double Dose. Now, Team Double Dose had a great start from Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? 38 points. That's a big output from Jordan Love, who's been playing good. They've been winning games, but as far as fantasy, he hasn't really been putting crazy numbers in fantasy on the board. But this one here, this was a great opening. Pickens, of course, getting his split, you know what I'm saying, with him and CD. But obviously Denver just gave them hell. Man, that Krosky Merritt, Double Dose, how's that Krosky Merritt working out for you?
He fired.
Crickets. Now here's the thing, Rico Dowdle, right?
Oh, he say, oh, Ja'Cory is fired. He's been laid off.
I tried to tell him he wasn't a good employee when this season started. You hired him, fired him, Ansel picked him up. It's time for him to go, bro. It's just time for him to go.
Right.
Rico Dowdle,
he hasn't performed well.
Rico Dowdle. I think the Panthers are realizing that the split backfield ain't going to work. The coach literally said, you know, who was going to have, in so many words, Hubbard's going to have to take a back seat to Dowdle. Do you feel that's going to improve his output for you now that they give him the position as the official lead back for that team?
Most definitely.
Definitely.
But Bill Merritt is fired. Bill Krosky Merritt is fired.
Fired, he says.
Okay, well, it's slim pickings out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gonna start Chuba and Dowdle?
Walker. I got Walker off the waiver wire.
He got Walker, a guy that I dropped last week. Last minute drop.
That's why I picked up Charbonnet. I caught y'all slipping. I picked up Charbonnet.
Yeah.
He already getting it. He already getting the red zone. He getting the red zone touches. He getting the goal line touches.
Right.
Already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this ain't the first time that Charbonnet has outperformed the lead running back in Seattle. Yeah. This is not the first time he's done that. You know what I'm saying? So
touchdowns matter.
Absolutely. But you'll be getting Puka back. Mr. Jennings, you'll be getting Puka back. So good luck to that. You'll be getting Puka and Matthew Stafford back. So that ought to. So now you got to figure out who you're gonna start Love and Stafford out. I'm gonna let you make that decision. Yeah. Now, Light Feet Gary started Aaron Rodgers. He did good. Higgins, 15 points. That's par for the course. Tyler Kraft, man. It was tight end day for sure for him. Right? It was definitely national tight end day for him. 37 points. That's bananas. That's bananas from a tight end position. Drake London, no points. He's down. You know what I'm saying? Swift is dealing with a groin issue. I think he's going to be okay. He played through it at one time. He still put up 15 points. I think he'll be all right. Tony Pollard, he's starting to lose more and more touches to Spears. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing where they got to figure out if it's a backfield or somebody's going to have the clear lead. Rashid Shaheed, he's been okay. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously second to Olave, but he's been okay these last couple of weeks. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? But you got problems, Light Feet Gary. You got 4 people questionable. I don't know if London's going to play. Swift will probably play. Even if Pollard plays, he's injured. He's already losing touches to Spears. So that's going to turn out even worse. And, Rashid Shaheed should be a consistent wide receiver for him, but you're going to have some work to do. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on these wires, so I don't know what's left for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been beating them up. Big Perk. Oh, man. Big Perk took one to the chest from Mo City Bo this week. Mo City Bo had that Jalen Hurts start. These Eagles are starting to turn it around. Like, this looked like the game where they starting to figure this out. They're going to have to obviously figure some other things out with Brown down. And I don't know, man. I don't know if AJ gets traded. I don't know. When he's healthy, he's a top-notch receiver. He's a receiver one. Mr. Jennings, do you have any opinions about this, whether or not AJ Brown is going to last past the trade deadline?
Is AJ Brown going to last or get traded?
Or are they going to have to keep him because he hurt right now? Or is he playing hurt like some people like to do when these trade things come up?
They're trying to get off of him. Just don't have the right deal come yet.
Right. He's not the best version of himself to get what they would want to get for him. All right, well, let's keep going, man. Mo City Bo, Rashid Rice hit the ground running like everybody assumed he was. Many people drafted him 4th, 5th round and kept him on the bench waiting for this moment, and he gave him exactly what they were waiting for. Jalen Waddle and Achane, well, they just had a great game against Atlanta. And I don't think anybody saw Miami showing up like they showed up this weekend. Waddle, 25 points, Achane, 20 points, but that's pretty much around the regular output, maybe even a little bit low for Achane. You know what I'm saying? Javonte Williams did good. Hurts is too iffy. You know what I'm saying? You only get 5 points and 15 points. Judkins, I'm concerned about Judkins. I'm concerned about this.
He's questionable.
They've already lost one great running back. You know what I'm saying? They got to be very careful with this situation, not working them too hard. Both of these defenses underperform. Cincinnati, of course, and Dallas. Well, we already know what that is. But I mean, even with 30 points, even with them at 30 points from Mahomes, 36 points from Brees Hall. Yeah, which is crazy. Your kicker bluffed you. I don't know if you were paying attention to that when they brought in somebody else for Matt Gay. And that was a game time decision, too, whether or not to start Matt Gay or start the new guy that they brought up. And I guess you wasn't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But even with the kicker, that kicker's output, Jordan Mason, 2 points. You know what I'm saying? -2 from your defense. This Keenan Allen, I was very shocked. That's an anomaly. That's not a normal output for Keenan Allen. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, Minnesota's defense was able to hold him, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? DJ Moore, he did what DJ Moore does. And Hunter Henry, the same thing. He's a tight end. So you're only going to get, either boom or bust most times from a tight end, unless you got Warren or somebody like that. But no, great win by Mo City Bo. Mo City Bo. Record, this is a guy we talked about. His record doesn't really reflect who he is in this league. And I think as we get further in, he's going to, I think he's going to start leaning on boys. I'm going to be honest. I think he's going to start leaning on boys. Matchup of the week. These two have a very, very strange relationship because this would be, I think, maybe the third league that they play in. I know they play in 2 leagues for sure. But this may be their third league. But I do know that the other league, they're not doing good. In Kiki's league, he's not. Kiki is almost as bad as I am in my league, in his league. You know what I'm saying? But in this league, both of them are doing pretty good. So this is a more personal matchup than we normally see. This is equivalent to you and GOAT. There's a lot of fantasy football history between these two. A lot of years of competition between these two. But Middle Finger's been out here laying hats to boys damn near every week, except for one. And he put, as they say, that BTA on that boy Don Key this week. Kirk Cousins, I almost started him. I can't get mad at you. I know you take these things 1 week at a time, right? So you didn't walk into this week with a plan. But I understand because I almost started Kirk Cousins too.
Man, he switched like watching him make his waiver wire moves, or basically waited till they became free agents. He literally swapped out that quarterback position like with 3 different players. He had CJ picked him up, dropped him, picked up Cousins, started him, and he had another one that he actually picked up and dropped. I believe Pittix. But then
he had Herbert on the bench. Why is he playing all these games he had?
Because it was a Thursday night game. So he didn't want to, he thought Lamar, since Lamar was actually practicing, he thought they was going to start Lamar. And true enough, it was game time decision last minute. And Herbert already, put up his numbers. So, he rolled the dice. He was stuck on that Lamar. Like, sometimes when a person questionable, it's not worth taking that risk. Right. Especially when you have someone that's healthy that can put up pretty much the same or top the numbers that Lamar would have put up.
Right.
It happens like that.
Well, he took that chance, like he said. He's a very aggressive player. Like, that's one thing about Key. He will take a chance. Right. He'll throw something up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn. And it did not work this week. Now, and he had a lot of like Dalton Schultz. I feel like that's a shot. That's taking a shot. Because Pittman, that's a lineup choice. Jefferson, that's a lineup choice. Pacheco, I know he's low-key very invested in Pacheco. He likes Pacheco. Now, he beat me to Tajay Spears. I wanted Tajay Spears off that waiver wire. He beat me to that move, and he's been coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Pollard is losing more and more. Pittman had a great week. This Colts team is a problem.
Nice.
This Colts team is a problem, bro. Like, they're going to be very, very hard. They match up well against everybody. Quarterback play, running back play. They might be a little lower on receiver play, but Pittman's a one, right? Pittman's a dog out there. So y'all keep your eyes on this on this Indianapolis team. But whew. Daniel Jones, 31 points. Larry McConkey, 20. Odunze, 20. Bijan, that's an anomaly. We're not going to see that every week. Bijan's a start every week, but this is a rough pill. You know what I'm saying? 3 points. Rashad White, I got him in another league. And I don't really know how long that train's going to keep going because I told people that Bucky was going to be out longer than they thought because everybody thought this was a foot issue, but it's really a shoulder issue. And that's the soft tissue problem that he got because he can't run into people. Bucky's got a very aggressive running style. He can't run into people. It's going to be very hard for him to catch himself after a good tackle. You know what I'm saying? He can't really rest that. He can't rest that arm into the ground like that. That's why they're letting him sit out for a little while. But I feel like this Rashad White train, I don't think it lasts longer than week 10. I think we'll be very lucky if Rashad White starts week 10. Right.
Yeah, they on a bye week. They on a bye week now. So after this bye week,
that's the week, right? That there's no reason to start him in week 8. He may be close, but I don't think he plays after. He may not start week 10 unless he's progressed a lot far because he still ain't practiced.
Right.
That's the thing. He still ain't practiced, but he had a whole off week, right, where he could get totally right and nobody could know anything. Right. And then show up this Thursday or Friday, right? Have a full on Friday, and now you got a scheme for him type of thing for week 10. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Even if it's limited play.
Absolutely. Bucky's a beast if he gets on the field. Xavier Worthy, he's going to keep losing targets to Rice. Dicker, one of the most consistent kickers all year. And then Colts defense has not been a joke this season either. That's another thing about them. They're not a top tier defense, but they're putting hats on boys, and I really like what they're doing. And Middle Fingers did all of this. Had Harvey on the bench, had Khalil Shakir on the bench, Kelsey on the bench, so he could have put up a perfect lineup and done another 35, 40 points.
Right,
boys on here. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations. And he's tied for first place with the GOAT. So we'll see where that goes. And the Don Key, self-made players, they are tied for second place with Go Time Gary. And so we'll keep looking at those guys. Let's look at the next week's matchups, man. Let's go to the matchup of the week. This one I like. Go Time Gary versus the GOAT. These are teams that do numbers, and I caught Gary slipping last week. I don't know. He's starting Trevor Lawrence this week. I don't know. I like the matchup.
Right.
I like the matchup, but they still got to execute. Like, I don't think the matchups have been a problem. Maybe this can be a turnaround game for them, right? which I need. I need that. I need Travis Etienne to show up this week. I really do.
Right.
And Thomas Jr. out there working out with a brace. I don't know if he gonna even start. He's another one of those people that we didn't know had a real soft tissue issue. Right? Tried to get back out there like McLaurin. You know what I'm saying? Overextended himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if the man's gonna start, but Trevor Lawrence should be a safe start. Chase against Chicago, he should do well against the Chicago defense, especially the secondary. Addison still trying to work himself in, but Minnesota don't have a real quarterback. That's the problem with him. Kamara against the Rams, I don't know how successful he's going to be. Kyron Williams, he'll be successful against New Orleans. That's for goddamn sure. Hawkinson, that's a coin flip. McMillan's consistent. McMillan should give him 15 to 18. And the Kansas City defense against Buffalo. The Kansas City versus Buffalo is going to be a hell of a game anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, and they got Kansas City got a strong defense, but I don't know if they could do what they could do against this Bill. So we will see. And if you look across the table, the GOAT is starting Josh Allen. So we will see if the better that quarterback does, the worse that defense is going to do. Metcalf is playing the Coast. That's going to be a difficult matchup. Olave, New Orleans playing against the Rams. Olave is going to get his numbers regardless. He's going to be the top target. McCaffrey against the Giants, I think he can beat up that defense. Yeah. I think he can beat up that D. At least that front four, I think he can beat up. Wide threat, deep threat, I don't know. Jonathan Taylor will put up big numbers. It doesn't really, who's he playing? Pittsburgh, it don't matter. It don't matter. That's a defense-proof player. I've heard that term a couple of times. I'm starting to understand it a lot more. That's a defense-proof player. Really doesn't matter who the Colts are playing against. Jonathan Taylor will eat. Kittle is back. Kittle's doing his job. Sutton should do okay against Houston, but Sutton is starting to lose a few targets to Franklin, especially against a defense with a weak secondary. You know what I'm saying? This will not be a weak secondary he's up against this week, so I would watch and see what Sutton would do. And the New England defense against Atlanta, they should do okay. So I feel like the real advantage is probably going to be with GOAT, and it's deeper than what the numbers say. I just don't know if the people that Go Time Gary are starting are going to perform. I've dealt with that where people get these high projections every week and they never turn into anything once they get on the field. I think the numbers are pretty accurate on this one. I wish Gary luck because I caught him slipping. I think Go gonna catch him slipping too this week. Right. Killer bees versus self-made players. Okay, well, this ought to do you, and he still ain't put nobody in for the flex. Okay, I'm gonna have to send this man a DM. Tell him to take this lead.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to contact him. Tell him start his line.
We don't look. With all due respect, Chase, and I know you're a busy man. I know you're a world traveler. You might be the busiest person this time of year during this football season than anybody else in this league. That don't excuse you from participating, because what you do when you do this is you hand a loss to people that would you hand a win to people that have you set the right lineup would lose that week. You know what I'm saying? If you were going to do all this shit, why you didn't do it the week you blame me? Why you didn't do this week 7? I'd have been good with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think he was in South Africa that week. But, man, pay attention to your lineup. And he got a good team. Right. He got a good team. Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Chase Brown is catching fire. J.K. Dobbins, the lead running back over there. Kincaid is pretty good as a tight end. Your defense is tight. Your kicker is A1. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Who do you have for the Laporta? I don't know about that. Laporta. Harrison Jr., that's a safe start against Dallas. That's a great start. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, bro. Wake up, bro. I don't know if it's going to help you.
Two empty spots on his bench, so
I don't know if it's going to help him because Lamar Jackson is back.
Yes, sir.
Lamar Jackson is back. Justin Jefferson, Smith and Jigba against Washington. He's finna eat. Spears finna eat. Genty against Jacksonville. That's going to be tough, but I still think Genty eats. You know what I'm saying? Pittman Jr. is going to do numbers. We already know this. Chase B, I think you can save this game. But you got to wake up, bro. They living that life out there on that tour, man. I know how they doing it. They doing it big. I think they was in India. That's where they were. They was in India this week. Nice. So if you ate the wrong food, he might be on the toilet over there. But there's a lot of vegan food over there. A lot of greenery running through. So good luck, Killer Bees, man. Set your line up and get his boy Kiki some pushback this week. Let's see where the GOAT is at. Oh my goodness. Team Double Dose versus Dubb J. See, if I would have been in the room, I would have felt the tension. I would have felt the tension in the room. I'm away from the spot right now. I would have known how y'all felt right now. This is gonna be
Nah, I ain't answering your call. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Or if you call me, I'm gonna tell you some wrong things to do.
Man, this is gonna be a tough one. Nico is back this week, I believe. Nico's gonna be back. Puka's gonna be back this week. Now he's got Rico Dotto and Kenneth Walker. I think both of those running backs are in a little bit of trouble. Dotto should do a little better with the touches this week. It should be a significant difference between what they give him and they give Chuba, but he's going against the Packers. So, if anybody can get numbers against the Packers, it'd be Rico Dotto once they clearly give him the starting spot, right? And he's going to prove or try to prove that he deserves it. Pickens, we'll see. Stafford against New Orleans, he's going to eat. Bo Nix against Houston. Bo Nix usually gets his numbers. I don't know if he gets past everything on it. Penalties, if anything, will be the problem for us on this game because they've got a Sutton on that, so they're going to have to tighten him down, and they saw what Franklin did last week, so they're going to have to try to tighten him down as well. So they're aware of who's coming to town. I mean, well, we know we go there. No, they coming to town. They coming to Houston. We got like 3 home games in a row, which is crazy. We got like 3 home games in a row, so we know who's coming to town. Just as long as we don't get heavily penalized, I think we can handle Bo Nix in this team.
Yeah, I picked up that Franklin, which I should have did a long time ago, knowing that I got Bo Nix. You know what I mean? That's double touchdowns,
I had him a couple of times, right? I picked him up the week after he bust open in like week 4 or week 5 when he bust open for like 20-something points. I picked him up and he did little to nothing. As soon as I put him back down, he started eating again. You know what I'm saying? So I picked him up in another league because I like him in this matchup. I actually like him in this matchup because they're going to throw the ball to him, but I don't know how deep they're going to go. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know how deep they're going to throw. They're not going to test that secondary, but I think if they put him in the slot, they can get a couple of 5, 6, 8-yard wins on that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Josh Jacobs, that calf, I got him in another league. That calf is more of a problem than we think, that we know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I watched last Monday night game, and he didn't get that many touches,
Mitchell.
He usually does.
Mitchell, right?
Yeah.
That's who was starting to get that. And I'm wondering if that's going to happen again because the Panthers is not a bullshit defense, right? That's not a bullshit defense. So he's going to have to work. You know what? My apologies to you, Commissioner, because I cracked the joke about Woody Marks last week to you. And Woody put up, 17, 18?
Yeah, he ate.
So I think that's a great one. I think against Denver, he can still eat as well. I see you put Gadsden in the start this week.
Facts.
It's a top-notch challenge, bro. He's starting Pitts. That man is starting Kyle Pitts. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to beat that. Josh Dowd is getting more and more, but I see he's injured. What kind of injury is that?
He played through it last week, the last 2 weeks, and did pretty good. So, like with that offense, having Daniels back there throwing it to him, any given Sunday.
I don't think if it was concussion, they would say it's concussion.
Right? Yeah, it was concussion.
The issue before was concussion, but now he's hurt again. I don't know if they haven't stated
his current
that's a concussion. And if it was, I feel like they would have brought that up. A player having 2 concussions in 2 weeks, that would have been a point of contention and conversation.
Right. No, they're saying it's a hip injury.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. So, which is kind of bad too as well, that hip, but hopefully it's something minor.
Yeah, because he's been taking targets. I had Alec Pierce in a couple of leagues, and as soon as Downs touched back, the shift was immediate in the targets. It was immediate. Right. Josh Downs is clearly, the number 2 in that system behind Pittman. So I wish y'all boys The best of luck. The best of luck. Who we got this week? The Middle Fingers versus Mo City Bo. This is going to be a bigger battle than we think. Don't let Bo's record fool you. He's got a squad, and he's gonna start Kyrie Monday. Interesting.
I don't think he gonna stick with that. He might, but I mean,
Hurts is out this week. You can't start that, so he gonna have to hit the wire. Yeah. And I don't know if that's safe hitting the wire against Daniel Jones right now.
Yeah, that's not his lineup. I mean, I know him personally. I know how he moves. Remember, I told you they wait to the last minute and then they, put their lineup together. So he even have an empty spot in his flex. So he's gonna make some adjustments. He just, doing what he normally does in the other leagues. So, I see what he's doing. But
Rashid Rice is gonna do numbers. Waddle, that's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out on a short week. You know what I'm saying? Achan obviously will eat. Gibbs, he's going to do numbers. Hurts either going to give you 3 or 13. I don't know what to tell you. He's going to have his quarterback back, though. He will have his quarterback back, if that helps. So, but I mean, Daniel Jones, Lad McConkey, Roma Dunze. Bijan will definitely do better this week. I can't say he's going to do that high ceiling that you normally get from Bijan because New England's defense ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? New England as a team is actually playing real strong right now. They're having they're going to have a really good run the second half of the season. Harvey, he's got to start Harvey, so he must have somebody on the bench this week. Rashad White, yep, he's got White on the bench. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust Stevenson either, to be honest. Like, that New England backfield, I don't know, man. That's always an issue. Warren as a tight end, going to do numbers. Worthy. He'll do okay, but obviously, like I said, he's getting, less and less of a target share with Rashid back. But he's still going to eat. They're going to have to activate everybody against Buffalo. Like, everybody's going to have to come to work. You know what I'm saying? Because they typically beat the shit out of Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs. But regular season, Buffalo give them grief. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably going to be what we see on Sunday. I believe that the Buffalo is going to give him a lot of grief. I think Josh Allen himself is going to try to run over motherfuckers and just, do a lot of the work himself. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see. And he's starting the Indianapolis defense against the Rams. I think the Rams going to beast New Orleans as a defense, honestly.
Thanks.
I think they're going to beast them boys. But we'll see who Mo City Bo eventually actually starts. We'll see that sometime Sunday morning. Does he happen? But he's got 2 Thursday night people.
No, he's gonna make it happen right pretty much before the game start. Just take a look at his squad right before the game start because he got some people like you say that could play tonight. So
right. Well, I'm gonna set my alarm to 6:30 and tune in for the Mo City Bo show and see what happens. Middle fingers, of course, man. You're having a great year. Let's see what this boy pull out on you. Who do I have next week?
Blitzmaster Dre, Andre Johnson.
Blitzmaster Dre. I think I'm catching him at a good time.
You are.
I think I'm catching him at a good time because he's got to decide if he's going to start Baltimore players tonight. He's got Derrick Henry, who he will probably start, and Zay Flowers, who he will probably start. And I just don't know. I've had Zay Flowers several seasons, and it's boom or bust.
Yeah, hit or miss.
You know what I'm saying? Now, they are playing Miami, so if a different Miami shows up that showed up last week, this should be fine. But if this Miami team feel like they got something now, and they're playing them at home, this could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust Tua. I don't trust Tua. But 4 touchdowns are 4 touchdowns. I'll give him that. The player's in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is a short week. I don't know.
They still might be on that. They still might be on that high horse though. Like I said, they did good last week, so
I'm starting Washington, so I hope so.
Yeah, I see you picked them up out that waiver wire.
I had to work it. I had to work it because I didn't really have anything right now. McLaurin is out. Wilson is out. You know what I'm saying? Slayton, I don't know, man. I feel like I like Washington more than Slayton. I like Slayton as a player, right? But now but this offense is going through some changes now.
Yeah, he's still trying to figure some things out.
They got to figure some shit out right now, especially with Scatterbo gone. This is going to be a different looking offense for half of the play, right? At least half of what they do is going to have to look different because Scatterbo was not just a great runner; he was also a great catcher too.
Right. Yeah, and they had that brotherhood. He had that brotherhood with Dart, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I see you got Brian Thomas Jr. starting again. You still
put him in that line. I got him. I'm gonna be real. I got him right there for now. He's a placeholder, right?
Okay.
But these practices are limited, and he got this brace on his shoulder. So even if he's available, I got to think about whether or not I really want to start him. You know what I'm saying? I like the matchup against Vegas, against that defense. That's a very favorable matchup for a wide receiver. But Lawrence got to get him the ball, and he got to get it to him the right way. That's the other thing.
And he has to complete the catch because he had a bunch of them that was in his hand, but he didn't come down with them. So
that's because this shoulder issue was more pressing than we really understood.
Right.
Now we can understand why these catches, these receptions, these whole now you can see he couldn't get whatever shoulder is hurt. Let's say it's the right shoulder. I didn't look too deep into the injury report. Let's say it's the right one, but if he's got to grab him and lock him in, this one's going to be weaker. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't have any confidence from him, but I don't know if I have a better option. I don't know if a better option is available to me. I just gotta hope for the best with my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you starting Malik Washington for sure tonight.
I guess we'll have to tune in to me and the Mo City Bo show.
I'll be looking at both y'all.
It's really about who I think is going to eat. I got 3 good receivers, and I got to pick 2, and that's really it. I won't say three good receivers. I got 3 good matchups. Right. I got 3 good matchups, and I got to try to figure out which one I think works best for my team. So we will see. Stay tuned. And last but not least, Light Feet Jerry and Big Perk. This is a very evenly matched game.
Yes, it is.
Really, but I think the real factor in this questionable is going to be which of these cues are actually real cues. Like how many of these questionables are really, really questionable. Swift, I feel like will play through. You know what I'm saying? Pollard, I feel like can play through. Shaheed got the hip issue, so that's going to be something we got to watch. And London is a hip issue as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and London is the kind of guy, like, he's very squirrely. He's all over the place. He's going to move and try to shake coverage and all of that. So I feel like the hip issue for him and Shaheed, because they're both receivers trying to break coverage, that's going to be an issue for these guys.
Yeah, I feel London's situation is going to be mainly based on who the quarterback is.
That's beyond the injury for him, right? Even if he can take the field with some level of strength, who's throwing the ball? If Kirk Cousins is throwing again, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, big problem.
That's going to be a wrap. I think we may have seen the best days of Kirk Cousins already. Yeah, I think those are behind them. Because watching Carson Wentz hit that field on that shoulder, that broke my heart, man. Like, that's a dude out there really trying to still make it work. And you can see in that moment, he realized it's over. Like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I hate to count a man out while he's down, but that the pain, the crying I saw in that man, that I don't know at that age, if you keep giving your body that kind of punishment, bro. Right. Like, that might be the moment where the family, where everybody's like, let's pack it up, bro. Let's just go home. We had a good run. We had a good run in this. You know what I'm saying? But if he can get past the injuries, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Big Perk, Mahomes, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen should rebound against this Titans defense. Booty against Atlanta. That should be okay. Booty's getting a lot of targets right now. Kamadi Vidal. That's the guy right now. That is the guy right now. He is taking a clear lead in the Chargers room, locker room, as far as the running back. Samaje Perine, I picked him up in another league too. Right. He's getting a lot more. Even with Chase Brown becoming more and more productive, Perine is still gaining on him, right? And it's not about the number of touches, it's what you do with him. You know what I'm saying? And I think Perine I think P-Ryan is a better receiver running back too.
Yeah, he's a good catching back, but I always like them running backs that don't take much touches to actually get the yardage, because that means, less injuries, less contact, So
well, that was the whole thing with Rico Dowdle, is how much yardage he was putting up. You know what I'm saying? Right. How many yards after contact specifically?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to not start a man that's doing 8 points a touch, 9 points. Right. 8 yards, 9 yards a touch. Like you can't. You got to get. He's got the hot hand. You got to let him go. You got to let him work. And they said it, as much as they love Chuba and appreciate what he's done, it's obvious. It's obvious that Rico Dowdle is the guy right now for this team. You don't let Chubb go. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to happen. You may need him because Dowdle runs aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He runs very aggressive, and that can lend itself to injury. So they can't get rid of him, but he got to play second fiddle for a while. And they paid him all that money, so they can't just bench him. They got to keep getting some kind of value out of him, because they gave him a considerable amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So, well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? This Cardi kicker, I didn't realize how hard Cardi was going. Like, that's actually a very smart and consistent kicker. The deciding factor for this is going to be that flex. There's going to be Drake London and Diggs. I think that's going to be it. But Dawes obviously going to outdo Pollard, and Swift's going to outdo P-Ryan. Kraft will probably put up more numbers than Henry. Not that Henry can't. Henry will probably get a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, Tucker Kraft is he's a beast right now, bro.
Yeah, facts. He had 30
he's a beast
last week. What, 2-3 touchdowns? So yeah.
He's the most consistent person catching the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though he's at the tight end position, he's much more consistent than their receiver room right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, him and Love got a good relationship on that field, passing that rock to him.
Absolutely. Well, he knows if Tucker gets the ball, Tucker's not going to drop the ball. He's not going to fumble the ball. You know what I'm saying? And Tucker will get yards after catch.
Yeah, facts.
It's very hard to stop Big Boy, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? He about that life. So this should be a good matchup, man. I like what we got for week 9. Wish me luck, Commissioner. I wish you luck. And so let's ask this question. To everybody out there. Who you think is going to get that second win first? I knew you had it. I knew you had that question in your notes. I knew you had it. I'm going to beat you to it this time.
Y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think. Is OG Bun B, manager Trillionaires, go get his second win before me, the commissioner, Team Dubb J? Will I get my second win before, or will we both lose? Let us know.
I'm not competing against you. I'm competing against the team across the aisle. You know what I'm saying? So you're not my competition. You're my co-host.
But it's not about us. But at the same time, we the two at the bottom. So we trying to work our way up. So why not compete against each other? Make it a little challenging. A little fun.
Let's push each other further down the line.
That's what I'm talking about. Make each other sword sharpen sword.
Absolutely. So look, Thursday night, make sure your lineups are set, man. We wish everybody the best this week in competition, and we'll see you guys next week on the Trill League Fantasy Football Show. Keep it Trill.
Peace out.